divide, generally speaking, the emotion of sadness into three categories. There's sadness that you brought upon yourself as a result of something you've done. It's your fault, and you know that. That's sadness you brought upon yourself. Then there's sadness brought upon you by others. Something they said, something they did, something somehow they had an effect on you, and that brought sadness upon you. And the third circumstance of sadness is a sadness that's a result of a circumstance. You can't even blame a person. It could be something like a car accident. It could be like an earthquake. It could be anything. It could be a sickness. It could be whatever. And these kinds of so there are these three circumstances. In the first circumstance, what was it again? What was the first circumstance? Something you've done yourself, and you're depressed about something you did. A lot of people have that. My recommendation is for you to carefully study the dua made by Musa alayhi salam. And you'll notice, as I talk, you'll notice that I keep trying to illustrate to you, the subject of my talk was the Qur'an's remedy for sadness. There's not one, there are thousands of remedies in the Qur'an for sadness, but I keep alluding to the fact that every time I get close to talking about a solution, what comes up? Dua. Every time I start talking about a solution, what comes up again? Dua comes up. Adam alayhi salam was sad. What did Allah give him? Allah gave him a dua. You have Ilyas alayhi salam. Really in a state of depression, sadness, and he says, I will only complain to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Right? So you have these prophetic situations, and they all turn into du'as. Now this dua is which prophet? When you made a mistake yourself? Musa alayhi salam. I'm sure you've done some pretty bad things, but I'm pretty sure you didn't punch a guy and he died. Don't raise your hand, please. Police here, just relax, okay? They're not here. You didn't have to check. Okay. So, Musa alayhi salam has done this really bad mistake. And he's, now, those kinds of mistakes can haunt you for life. Soldiers come back from the battlefield having killed innocent people and they end up committing suicide. Really, they're broken psychologically because of the atrocities they have committed. They relive those moments over and over again. When you've done something wrong, you are one of the victims. You're not just the criminal. Allah makes you suffer internally for that. You pay the price. But even if it was an honest mistake, in the case of Musa alayhi salam, that guilt of taking another life is not something easy to swallow. It doesn't leave you alone. But Allah inspired him with this beautiful dua. رَبِّ إِنِّي لِمَا أَنزَلْتَ إِلَيَّ مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَقِيرٍ. That is actually the key to moving on with life. If you've made a mistake and you don't know how to move on with life, learn from the dua of Musa alayhi salam. Master, no doubt about it, whatever good you send my way, I am desperately in need. My back is broken, I am not capable. Whatever good you send my way, I can use it. Let me explain what we mean by good here. Good means two things. Ya Allah, give me good opportunities in life. Ya Allah, don't let the mistake I made make the rest of my life a bad experience. Don't give me sadness after sadness after sadness. Give me positive experiences and good opportunities in life. By the way, right after that dua, Musa alayhi salam got a job in the next ayah. Right, he made that dua, next ayah he got hired. And married. One ayah. It's pretty awesome. And that next ayah starts with a fa, which means therefore, the girl came, called him to the dad, he told the story, she said, I'd like to, let's hire him, and the whole thing worked out. But all as a result of his dua. What we're learning that because that little fa in the ayah in Surah Al-Qasas is that du'as can have a serious impact on the rest of your life. Where am I going to find a job? I'm homeless, I'm a fugitive from the law, I ran away from Egypt, I don't even know my way around here, I'm just sitting by a puddle of water. I don't even, my shoes are torn up, my clothes are beat up, I'm sitting under a tree, I don't even know if this tree belongs to someone that kicks me out of here. Next thing, Ya Allah, send some good my way, boom, got a job, married a girl, moved in, 8-year visa, set. Everything, set. 8-year hijab, really, study the ayat, he got an 8-year visa to live in Madian. Housing, everything paid, covered. It was sweet. And what a job interview, it was a side note, but what a job interview. He goes to the girl's father and he says, I killed someone, I ran away from there, I'm homeless right now. And 2 minutes later he's saying, you should marry my daughter and you should live here. That just proves Allah makes things happen. You don't make the rishta happen. Right? But anyhow, so that's for you. The other meaning of khayr, that's one meaning of khayr, bring good things in my life. But the other meaning of khayr that's more relevant to our conversation here, if you have made a mistake in your past, if you've made a major mistake in your past, then the only way to move on is to become desperate to do good deeds. He's asking Allah, Master, whatever opportunity you give me to do good, I will jump on it. I am bankrupt. Like someone bankrupt jumping towards a coin, I will jump towards a good deed. Helping someone, doing something good. Master, just give me the chance, I will do it. I have hurt another human being, I will spend the rest of my life helping human beings. This dua he made right after he helped a couple of girls get some food or some water for their animals. Then he sat down and said, Ya Allah, any other voluntary deed, hook me up. If you need me to volunteer for anything else, I'm available. Because I know what I've done in my past, and I know the only way I will know that you have blessed me in my life is if you give me opportunity to do good deeds. If you've done messed up things in the past, the way you compensate for that is you go out of your way to do what? Good things. And the lesson in Surah Al-Qasas is, the number one kind of good thing is not make more salah or make more dua. That's standard anyway. You have to do that anyway. Help people. Do good things for people. Mend relations. Visit the sick. Take care of your parents. Visit your grandparents. Talk to the cousin that you hate. Send them a gift. That stuff. That's what because he did good for these girls. He didn't go and do ibadah and then say, Ya Allah, forgive me. Actually, he just helped these girls and saw that helping them is actually my healing, me moving on with life. That's how he saw it.